Hi, my name is Victoria Steele, and I'm 27 years old. Today I want to share my story. The story of how betrayal came from the one person I trusted the most, and how it changed my life forever. I've always believed I was capable of achieving something big, but sometimes the deepest wounds come from those closest to you. My biggest betrayal came from my own sister, Clarissa. We had a seemingly perfect childhood, love, support, and shared dreams. But as we grew older, her jealousy became dangerous. I started my career at a small marketing firm, working hard, putting my heart into every project. I was ambitious and dedicated, but Clarissa's goal was always the same: to make me feel small. She mocked every achievement of mine, called my work pathetic, and often humiliated me in front of others. One day, during a key client meeting, she openly ridiculed my ideas in front of my boss and colleagues. My confidence shattered, and I felt utterly exposed. But what Clarissa didn't know was that I had been quietly recording my work and interactions, keeping evidence of her manipulative behavior. That night, I sat alone, reviewing the files. Every insult, every lie, every attempt to undermine me, it was all there. And I realized then that I could turn the tables. I could not only protect myself, but expose Clarissa's true nature to the world. My plan had to be precise. Revenge is a dangerous game, and one wrong move could backfire. I decided to act carefully, documenting everything and preparing for the perfect moment. The next day, I began executing my strategy subtly. I alerted trusted colleagues, gathered their support without raising suspicion, and ensured that my every move was calculated. I knew Clarissa's overconfidence would be her weakness. She never suspected that I was preparing a professional, undeniable reveal that would leave no room for excuses. Then came the opportunity, the perfect opening. Clarissa made a mistake, overestimating her control, and I was ready to use it to my advantage. I treated my plan like a chess match. Every move had to be measured, every possible counter anticipated. Revenge would be surgical, precise, professional, and undeniable. I organized the evidence, meeting recordings, Clarissa's abusive texts, email threads she'd altered to make my proposals look incompetent. I didn't want to hurl accusations. I wanted a timeline, a paper trail that would stand up to scrutiny. I anonymized everything, labeled files by date, and built a narrative that made her manipulations undeniable. Two things worked in my favor: her arrogance and the timing. A major client presentation was scheduled, with the CEO of the client company and our regional VP attending. Perfect stage. I quietly approached a few teammates who had been marginalized by Clarissa. Some were skeptical, some angry, but once they saw the proof, their loyalties shifted. They understood that exposing toxic behavior was about protecting everyone's work. The night before, I sent an anonymous package to the regional VP, a zipped folder and a short note, saying, "Please review these before tomorrow's client meeting." I didn't sign it. Office politics does the rest. People investigate what threatens the company. Morning came with electric tension. Clarissa floated in, confident as ever, but her mask had cracks. Halfway through the presentation, the VP excused her to a side room. When he returned, he announced, "We need to address something," and projected the emails and recordings I had sent. Every private insult, every manipulated thread, every mocking comment to clients, on display. The client looked betrayed, colleagues were stunned, and Clarissa's confident facade crumbled. I felt relief and grief intertwined. Truth had been revealed, but my sister was publicly exposed. She cornered me later, furious. "What did you do, Vicky?" she hissed. I didn't answer. Words would give her ammunition. That night, I knew the fallout had only begun. Clarissa didn't go down quietly. She sent frantic emails, called clients, spun narratives, assuming the leak couldn't be traced to me. She didn't realize I had prepared for this. I continued gathering evidence of her, attempts to manipulate witnesses and fabricate stories. My unexpected ally, the senior project manager, had observed her schemes for years. Together, we preserved the chain of events, ensuring the truth couldn't be buried. Tension escalated as Clarissa tried confronting me at my desk. "You think this is over?" she snapped. I smiled and continued my work, letting her rage fuel her mistakes. Each reckless action she took became part of the evidence, strengthening my position. By the end of the week, colleagues began questioning her, and the VP quietly ensured proper investigation. Then came a twist. Clarissa attempted to recruit someone close to me, trying to bribe or intimidate. I had anticipated it and documented every attempt. The power dynamics had shifted. I controlled the narrative now. The final showdown happened during a company-wide meeting. Clarissa entered, trying to maintain composure, but her cracks were visible. Her confident mask had started to crumble. I presented my side calmly. Every email, recording, and manipulation was laid bare. Colleagues watched in stunned silence. The sister I had loved was revealed as a manipulator who had deliberately sabotaged me and others. Clarissa's attempts to spin the story failed. The VP gave a final statement. Professional integrity is non-negotiable. Appropriate actions will be taken. She had lost control. Walking out, I felt vindicated yet empty. Revenge had worked, but at a personal cost. The sister I had known was gone behind the mask she chose. Still, I felt empowered, capable of defending myself and standing tall. That night, I reflected. I had been betrayed, humiliated, and pushed to the edge. But I reclaimed my power, documented the truth, and ensured justice, not through rage, but through careful planning and determination. The scars remain, the memories linger, but so does the knowledge that I survived, and I am stronger than anyone who ever tried to break me.